Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, Man of Steel is the first movie in the DC Extended Universe. This movie starring Superman has an IMDb score of 7.1.
On my world, it means hope.
In this movie, we see the various problems faced by Kal-El, who left Krypton as a child and found a life on Earth. Always helping those in need and standing up to the bad guys, Kent, after learning Zod's plan to turn the world into Krypton, he must both protect the world and the people from his own race as Superman, and continue his normal life without revealing his identity as Clark Kent. Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is the second movie in the DCEU. Starring Batman and Superman, this movie has an IMDb score of 6.5.
Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham.
Seeing Superman's devastating battle with the Kryptonians, Bruce challenges him, thinking he is a threat. As a result of this challenge, the legendary confrontation of Batman vs. Superman is born. After resolving their conflict, they join forces with Wonder Woman against their common threat, Doomsday. Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, Suicide Squad is the third movie in the DCEU. Starring the members of Task Force X, this movie has an IMDb score of 5.9.
Something tells me a whole lot of people are about to die.
After Superman's death, Task Force X is formed by Amanda Waller, consisting of Deadshot, Harley Quinn, El Diablo, Captain Boomerang, Killer Croc, and Slipknot, to fight the metahuman threat. Their goal is to defeat the threat in the city of Midway, the Enchantress, and ensure that their sentences are commuted if they don't die.
I will knock your ass out. I do not care that you're a girl.
Wonder Woman, distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, is the fourth film in the DC Extended Universe. This film starring Wonder Woman has an IMDb score of 7.3.
But it's not about that, it's about what you believe.
This movie tells the story of Diana Prince's past. It tells the story of how as a child she disobeyed her mother's insistence and became a warrior thanks to her aunt, their relationship between pilot Steve Trevor after he crash-landed on Paradise Island, and her belief that stopping Ares, who she believed was the cause of World War I, would end the war. Epilogue: Etta's Mission is the short film set in the DC Extended Universe. This film starring Etta Candy has an IMDb score of 6.2.
Top secret. The war is over, but the good fight goes on.
In this short film, we see Etta assembling a team for a secret mission that could affect the future of humanity. Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, Justice League is the fifth movie in the DCEU. Starring the members of Justice League, this movie has an IMDb score of 6.1.
Hi, Barry, I'm Diana. That's not right.
After Superman's death, we see the Justice League formed under Batman's leadership to stop the attack on Earth by Steppenwolf, who returns to retrieve the three mother boxes on Earth. It is thought that Superman should be added to this team of Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. Although Superman initially opposes the team after his resurrection, he later comes to his senses, and together they face Steppenwolf and his army of parademons. Aquaman, distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, is the sixth movie in the DC Extended Universe. Starring Aquaman, this movie has an IMDb score of 6.8.
Then I'm done.
Maybe that's for the best.
Arthur, who is the son of a lighthouse keeper and the Queen of Atlantis, and who can also communicate with sea life, is busy helping people as Aquaman. At Mera's insistence, he stands up to his half-brother Orm and fights to prevent war. As if that wasn't enough, in this movie we see Arthur, who has a problem with Black Manta, embarking on an adventure to find the Trident of Atlan. Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, Shazam is the seventh movie in the DC Extended Universe. Starring Shazam, this movie has an IMDb score of 7.0.
Wait, what?
Billy, who desperately tries to find his mother and eventually joins his new foster family, becomes an adult hero named Shazam with the help of an old wizard. Seeing this, Savannah plans to capture him and possess Shazam's powers as well. With the help of the Shazam family, Billy Batson tries to defeat both Dr. Savannah and the 7 deadly enemies of man.
Oh, hey.
Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, Birds of Prey is the eighth film in the DCEU. This movie starring Harley Quinn and the members of Birds of Prey has an IMDb score of 6.1.
Good. Fuck that guy.
Here we see Harley Quinn, who finds herself targeted by criminals after breaking up with the Joker, and Black Mask, who is searching for a diamond belonging to the Bertinelli family. During this time, she forms an alliance with Black Canary, Renee Montoya, Cass Kane, and Huntress, and together they fight against Black Mask and False Face Society. And so, Birds of Prey was born.
Crime fighting outfit.
Wonder Woman 1984, distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, is the 9th film in the DCEU. This film starring Wonder Woman has an IMDb score of 5.4.
The world needs you.
Set in 1984, through the Dreamstone, we see the aftermath of Diana wanting Steve back, Barbara wanting to be like Diana, and Max Lord wanting power. After the consequences caused by the Dreamstone, Wonder Woman must give up on Steve, fight against Cheetah, who is as powerful as her, and dissuade Max Lord. Zack Snyder's Justice League, distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures and HBO Max, is the 10th film in the DCEU. Starring the members of Justice League, this film has an IMDb score of 7.9. This film, which is almost the same script as Justice League, tells us the same story. Seeing Superman's death as an opportunity, Darkseid sends Steppenwolf and his army of parademons to Earth. But the Justice League, led by Batman, including Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and the resurrected Superman, will stand in front of them and try to fight them back. Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, The Suicide Squad is the 11th movie in the DCEU. Starring the members of Task Force X, this movie has an IMDb score of 7.2.
He does exactly what I do, but better.
Task Force X, led by Amanda Waller, must destroy a laboratory called Project Starfish. A team of Bloodsport, Polka Dot Man, Peacemaker, Ratcatcher 2, and King Shark team up with Colonel Rick Flag, whose team has been destroyed, and Harley Quinn, who is romantically involved with Silvio Luna, against both Amanda Waller and Starro. Peacemaker is the first TV series set in the DC Extended Universe, at least the first season. This series starring Peacemaker has an IMDb score of 8.3.
We only kill bad people. Usually. Unless there's a mistake.
Chris Smith, nicknamed Peacemaker, tries to keep the peace, even if it means resorting to violence. But when he learns that alien butterflies have conquered Earth, he is forced to fight them. In this black comedy series, Peacemaker teams up with Vigilante and others to embark on various adventures and face many enemies.
Good night.
Black Adam, distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, is the 12th movie in the DC Extended Universe. This movie, starring Black Adam, has an IMDb score of 6.2.
Destroy your enemy and all he cares about. Make him beg for mercy, but deny it until his final breath.
After Adriana Tomaz awakens the champion of Kondak Taith Adam, Taith as Black Adam struggles with both the Justice Society of America and his past. After waking up 5,000 years later, Adam, after his turmoil with the Justice Society, put an end to his conflict with them and fight together against Sabbac and his demons. Shazam! Fury of the Gods, distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, is the 13th film in the DCEU. Starring the Shazam, this film has an IMDb score of 6.0.
You called the pen, Steve?
Yeah, thought he looked like a Steve.
Shazam and the Shazamily, busy saving people like real superheroes, encounter Hespera and Calypso, daughters of the Titan Atlas. Trying to avenge their father's death by stealing the wizard's staff and enslaving Philadelphia, the girls encounter Billy Batson. As Shazam, he fulfills his duty as a superhero by fighting the supervillain Titans and various mythological creatures.
You're gonna want to hold on tight.
Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, The Flash is the 14th movie in the DC Extended Universe. Starring The Flash, this movie has an IMDb score of 6.7.
What you eventually end up with is this. The multiverse.
Trying to prevent his mother's murder, Barry goes back in time and completely changes the timeline. In this timeline, that retraces the events of Man of Steel, we see Barry trying to restore order by bringing together an alternate young Barry, Supergirl, and an older Batman.
I'm a Kryptonian.
Blue Beetle, distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, is the 15th film in the DCEU. This film, starring Blue Beetle, has an IMDb score of 6.0.
Get the hell away from my sister!
Jamie Reyes, horribly transformed by the Scarab, becomes the third Blue Beetle. However, as Jamie discovers the various features of his armor day by day, he encounters Ignacio Carapax, who has become OMAC thanks to Victoria Cord. He must defeat OMAC as Blue Beetle and overcome his family problems as Jamie Reyes. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures, is the 16th and last film set in the DC Extended Universe. Starring Aquaman, this film has an IMDb score of 5.7.
I will grant you the strength.
Arthur Curry, king of Atlantis, superhero, and father, faces new challenges. Not forgetting his father's revenge, Black Manta, after capturing Black Trident, falls under its dark influence and takes various paths. Allied with his brother and the Atlanteans to foil his plan, Aquaman must destroy Black Manta and Manta Men as well as Kordax.
I am Aquaman.